Well, new day. It's May 6th, Monday, and that supposed to be an 18-mile day for us today, or a little over. But we just left Super 8 in Dalesville after resupplying yesterday, getting a little bit of Mexican in us. But as you can hear, maybe not. We're still next to the highway, working our way out. But it's getting harder and harder, for me anyways, after these Neros, to get motivated to get back out here. But headed to Glasgow for another possible resupply. Problem is, here to resupply ain't that great, so I have to decide quickly. I'm gonna have my daughter send me some food, so because it'll be another 2-day deal. But let's get the day in, let's get started and go from here. Later. Field. Came into this open field out of the trees. This is what you see. The mountains over there. It's some clouds and fogs all over them. Supposed to have thunderstorms today, so it's probably an early warning sign. But that's what it looks like. But I think I'm going up that big thing over there. But don't know. So let's see how the rest of the day goes. Well, good morning again. It is around 11 o'clock. I'm a little over 10 miles in. Still have 8.5 miles to go, but nothing to record. I've pretty much checked out. I'm just walking now. I know where I need to go. I'm not looking for anything. I'm not doing anything. I'm just walking this trail. It's been a bunch of pointless ups and downs, in my opinion, but for some reason they did it this way. The clouds are starting to move in, which means rain's probably getting ready to come in. I'd like to get to the shelter before it does rain, but it's just a constant up and down, up and down. Got another 800 foot up to go, and probably another billion ups and downs in between before getting to the shelter I need to be at in a little over 8 miles. But just thought I'd check in and let you know. Still going uphill. Later. Came out to this overlook and stuff over the mountain. Doesn't look too bad. It's not a bad view. It's ever about 2,400 feet. I'm about 3 miles away from where I need to be. But we'll see what's going on. It's a nice view. Not too bad. Not too shabby. Too bad it's coming at the end of the day where I'm already checked out of the freaking hike for the day, but we'll figure it out later. Okay, another overview. I think I'm going to start seeing a lot of these, considering I think I'm on Blue Ridge Parkway, but I'm not going to stay here very long. I'm starting to hear the thunder in the background. This means the weather's getting close, and I'm not here to deal with it, to be honest. Still 3 miles from the shelter, which kind of sucks. It's about an hour and a half or so. But this is what I'm looking at on this overlook. Not too bad. Okay, let's get going. Okay, and on this side of the mountain, you can see the storm I'm trying to avoid. It's getting really dark out there and I'm starting to hear the rumble. Painting because I'm trying to get to the shelter before it starts to rain. I really don't want to be soaked. I might have enough time. It looks like it's maybe an hour away. I'm about 2 miles away from the shelter, so I might just beat it. But this is what it looks like over the valley when the storm's getting ready to roll in later. Made it to the shelter, but it is now pouring rain out. The thunderstorms have arrived, but I'm staying dry in the shelter. I can't hear it, see it, but you can hear it. Oh well. We'll continue on later. Well, day 64. It's 6:30. Just started about 2/10 of a mile in. I'm at a kind of a utility road, waiting for my partner to come up from the shelter, or at least seeing to make sure he gets up the hill. And that today's a May 7th. It is Tuesday, May 7th. And it's just a small 13.4 mile day today. But we do have a couple 700-foot uphill climbs. It is expected to rain again this afternoon sometime. So hopefully we can get to the shelter before it rains. But in the meantime, from what weather we were able to collect from day hikers and everything, it's supposed to be like 88 degrees today, 86 degrees, something like that. So it's going to be warm. Well, here comes my partner up the hill. Let's get started and have a fun day. Got to stop in 3 miles to collect some water though, because we're going to be short on water over the next 13 miles. Okay, so what the valley looks like that we just left. So the weather rolled in and stuff. This is the valley where the mountains are getting ready to walk into. Hoping all these clouds kind of break up a little bit during the day. But this is where we're headed into. Excuse me, not 100% sure of where I'm at currently. I'm 5.5 miles into my current hike for the day, but I came to an opening coming downhill. And this is what I'm looking at. Not a bad view. But it's kind of cool. Well, made it to Bryant Ridge Shelter. It's a little bit different than all the other ones. It's the kind of the shelter that needs to be put in at Rufus Morgan Shelter or Sassafras Shelter or something like that. They both going in and out of the knock. But it's 2 stories. It's got a little creek down here for us to get water. Down there. Got here over an hour ago, but there was a bunch of high schoolers and stuff here. And some other guys that we've met before. And that. But I mean, my personal opinion is if I want to stop a lot of frickin', I don't know, but this is a pretty nice shelter. Like I said, it's a double story. Sleeping on the second, on the bottom. Story out there. But that's it for today. I'm gonna call it for today. We don't know if anybody else is gonna show up. We might be here all by ourselves. Don't know. It is only 4 o'clock, but we'll go from there. Today's May 8th. I think it's day 66. Woke up feeling like shit. We're in the middle of nowhere. Our hike today is 10.5 miles. It's fucking all uphill. Every last bit of it. I'm already exhausted. We're only 2 miles in, which is not a good thing. Sweating like a fucking pig. Sorry for the language. But we gotta go. Well, I'm 8 miles in. Feel a little bit better than I did this morning. But this is only a 1,500 foot hill. And we've been doing it all day long. I have another 800 feet of hill to climb. And only 2.5 miles until the shelter. So I stopped here for a second to rest because I was feeling so crappy this morning. But did see some trail maintainers today, which was outstanding. They're out cutting some of the grass back from the trail, which we've been walking in all day. So I'll have to check myself for ticks pretty good tonight because that's where they hang out. But gotten a little cloudy and stuff. I'm hearing rumors that it's supposed to be thunderstorms all day tomorrow, and we have a 13-mile hike, which will make a nice miserable one. But we'll worry about that tomorrow. Gonna sit here and rest for a couple more minutes and then continue on for the last 2.5 miles to where we gotta go. Later. Okay, I'm 9 miles in, and this is a view from the top of mountain called Apple Orchard Mountain. We're at 4,225 feet, but this is what the view looks like. About a mile from the shelter I'm going to. And I can't get there soon enough because I'm exhausted. But this is what the view looks like. Now I'm going to head down and find my campsite. Getting ready to walk underneath something called the guillotine coming down out of Apple Orchard. It's just a big old rock. It's above a passageway that we have to walk through. But it's called the guillotine. Yeah. But let me do this little passageway of us walking ouch, underneath. Okay, made it through the guillotine. Didn't lose my head. Ha 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 ha. But here we go. Headed back down to where I need to be. No views, just a trail going down. But of course, we have to go up. So later. Well, I'm sitting in the shelter, as you can see. We're just finishing up supper and that, watching some kids get their water for the night. But it wasn't a bad day. Friggin' the last 1,000 feet up just seems like they always figure out another way to make you go up even more. You're supposed to be going down and then you're going up and up and up and up and up. But today wasn't too bad. Whatever I had this morning kind of went away by around 9 o'clock. And I wasn't so tired and exhausted, and walking wasn't so bad. But we're here at the Thunder Hill shelter. Gonna be here until tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's forecast, from what little signal we can get, calls for rain tomorrow morning until about 9. And that we're going 12.4 miles just down to the James River footbridge to Max Creek shelter. And then right away Saturday morning into Glasgow. Get our bunks and stuff, get showers, get our clothes washed, get some food in, try to get some resupply. We're hearing that it's not very good, so I'm planning really bad. I should have had a resupply box sent. That's what I should have done. But that's it for the day. We'll be off tomorrow morning. Well, we'll get this started right away this morning. We're just left camp. It's day 66, May 9th. And we are headed to Max Creek Shelter, which is just prior to the James River footbridge, which is going to be kind of interesting. But I was hoping to get some signal there and maybe catch the highlights and some basketball, but even though it's just across the river from the town, evidently there's no cell phone signal. But today is supposed to be, there is thunderstorms in the forecast again, but we're supposed to be technically just going all downhill for the next 12.6 miles. And there might be some good pictures because we are walking the Blue Ridge Parkway, so you got all the overlooks. Got a couple parking lots we need to cross. So let's see how the day goes and that, and march forward later. Can see overlook, kind of nice. So let's see what kind of view it's offering us this morning. Not too bad, not too shabby. Looks like weather's forming over there. Nice clouds, that's where we're headed. Into the clouds. Pretty amazing sight though. Pretty nice overlook. No, not like this though. But let's go. Well, it seems like they did it again. They drove us up 700 feet to the top of a hill. And once again, there is no view. Just this 700 feet up. Now we'll start to go down or guesstimate the trail down to where we need to be. Again, it'll be rocky and twisty ankly and all that other good stuff. But here we are at top. I guess, I don't know. But I don't know. Let's head down. I don't know if you can really tell, but maybe some of the trees and everything's all burnt up. A couple years ago, that's what the forest ranger said, there was a fire here and that. And the reason I bring that up was because the other day we passed through McAfee's Knob and we passed by John Springs Shelter, and that little campsite by there, somebody left their fire going. So when I got there, I needed to put it out the best I could prior to moving on, so I didn't do this. Because what you see here was caused by another hiker, camper, day hiker, whatever, who failed to put their fire out properly, and it got out of control. So this part of the James River faced wilderness in the Jefferson National Forest is charred up pretty good from that fire still. Life is coming back. You see all the green, but it's what happens when people are careless and don't make sure things are done the proper way. But let's go. Met another little lady on the trail. This one doesn't want to seem to eat me though. Been staring at her for a little bit. He's just sitting there, but I'm going to end up scaring her as I walk by. But nature's out and about in this burned area, so let's get going. Well, done for the day, I think. Let's convince somebody to head on into town early. It's only another 2.3 miles, but I mean an extra night stay, which means another $40 out of our pockets. But it's not going to matter anyways. I mean, it's only an hour trip in the morning, so we're talking about having a good breakfast: some bacon, eggs, sausage, toast, lots of protein, lots of calories, hopefully. But made it to Matt's Creek Shelter, just another standard shelter and stuff in the Jefferson Forest. Nice picnic table donated. But later on, I am going to go down to this creek. There's right here. And stick my feet in it and let them soak for a little bit. Figure out where everybody's getting their water. I'm not interfering with their water. I'll probably go down there someplace, because I'll probably all get water up here. And just sit there and let my feet soak in the water. But as of right now, it's the end of the day. There is still no cell service again. Down in the hole, we're in a hole, so there is no cell service. So we had another night with nothing, but it's the wilderness, they say. But later on.